Now to an IVF lawsuit from a couple who say their fertility clinic mistakenly implanted an embryo that tested positive for a deadly stomach cancer gene. Kana Whitworth is in Los Angeles with that story for us. Good morning, Kana.
Robin, good morning. So Jason and Melissa Diaz tell me it's like living in the twilight zone. They say not only did this company implant an embryo with a gene that would solidify their son's painful future, but that the company tried to cover up its mistake. This morning, an IVF tragedy.
That was like my soul's life purpose, was to have a baby that I didn't pass this gene on to.
Melissa and Jason Diaz now raising a son with a deadly hereditary cancer gene the couple had sought fertility treatment to avoid. They're now suing California company HRC for allegedly transferring an embryo that had tested positive for diffuse gastric cancer. And then they say the company falsified medical records in an attempted cover-up. Melissa and Jason say their son will likely need his entire stomach surgically removed as early as age 15.
I cry all the time. It's devastating.
Melissa, a carrier for the BRCA gene mutation for breast cancer. The couple says they sought out HRC Fertility in Pasadena because they wanted IVF with pre-implantation genetic testing to avoid having a child with Jason's hereditary cancer gene. You saw HRC as your one way to have a healthy child.
100%.
The lawsuit alleging that HRC Fertility told the couple that they had stored a male embryo without a stomach cancer mutation. But after the birth of their son, Melissa discovered he did have the gene, and so did the remainder of her embryos. She had an earlier embryo implanted, a boy who didn't have either parent's genetic mutations for the two cancers, but resulted in miscarriage.
I never would have thought that we would be in this situation, and I never would have thought that, my son would have this gene now.
HRC telling ABC News the patients associated with the case sought genetic testing and genetic counseling outside of HRC Fertility and with an outside party. They wished to have a male embryo transferred, which we carried out according to the family's explicit wishes and in accordance with the highest level of care. Now, the couple's lawyer told me that they sought out a genetic testing lab that was referred to them by HRC and that lab did nothing wrong. And also, Rebecca, the couple's lawyer said that HRC actually doctored Melissa's medical records to try to cover up their mistake.
So upsetting, and what a nightmare for families pursuing IVF. Kana Whitworth, thanks for bringing us that story.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.